Okay, Saturday night, we saw more amazing UFC fights, but as usual, we saw some injuries. And guess what? Mixed martial arts, UFC, it's not a sport for the faint of heart, okay? It's a combat sport where what we're trying to do is render our opponent unconscious or put so much pain on them, inflict so much pain and damage that they submit, that they say, I don't want this fight to continue anymore. And then we can do that with punches, kicks, knees, elbows, submissions, you name it, strangleholds, whatever. It's a tough sport. It's a brutal sport, and it's the best sport on the planet. Now I'm going to talk about somebody getting the leg snapped at the weekend. But before I do that, you know the drill. Subscribe below, ring that bell, stay up to date on all the content that I'm releasing. Now, Saturday night, Till versus Brunson. On the undercard, we had Modestas Bukauskas coming from Lithuania, but fighting out of England, taking on Khalil Rountree Jr. Coming into this one, Modestas, he needed this win. It was a tough, he's having a tough run in the UFC. But still, he had a tough opponent. The Saturday night, Khalil Rountree looked fantastic. Listen, Khalil's one of those guys. He's a little inconsistent at times. But when he's on the money, he's a tough man to deal with. Saturday night, the boxing looked very, very good. He was very aggressive in the first round. Took it to Modestas, in a big way. But he slowed down a bit as the fight progressed. And in the second round, it looked like Modestas was starting to come back into the fight. He was landing some good jabs. He had a lot of good evasive movements. Khalil was winning. Khalil was dominating, but you never know how it would have happened. Now, the point of all the stuff what I said before about the viciousness of this sport and the sport that I love, I truly love this sport. I don't watch anything else, but it's a vicious sport. I'm referring to, and you probably saw it, the leg break. Now, what happened was it was an oblique kick. That's what people call it. So I'll say oblique. I prefer to call it a side kick to the leg, which is what it is. It's a side kick to the leg. Now, as we know, if this is the leg only bends one way. Just like the arm. Looks a bit weird. It doesn't bend backwards. That's why when you do an arm bar, it breaks. That's why when you do a knee bar, people tap because ligaments are going to snap and damage is going to be done to the leg. Now, of course, it doesn't matter whether you're pulling it or you're forcing it with a strike. It does only bends one way. Now, and what I'm talking about, the side kick to the knee. Modestas went to throw a kick, I think it was, and he was kind of only on one leg. And another thing that accentuated this kick for Khalil was that Modestas had a true boxing stance. The lead leg, if you're Thai boxing, you always want your lead leg on a little bit of an angle. Okay, a little bit of an angle. But boxers kind of have that at a big angle. They have it at 45 degrees. And Modestas was kind of in that boxing stance. He had the lead leg at 45 degrees. So that gives more of an angle. And it's a more awkward position if a side kick connects. And it was a perfectly timed blow by Khalil because he threw that kick and it landed and, it was sickening. You saw, as I said before, the leg only bends one way. He landed that. There was a scream. It filled up the entire apex. It was disgusting. It was a horrifying sound to hear. And he went down and I knew straight away. I've been there in training camps. I've seen it with heel hooks. I've seen it with knee bars. And I've seen it like that as well. I mean, it's disgusting. And as I walked in, Dr. Jeff Davidson, who's been the UFC doctor for many, many years, as long as I've been with the UFC, Jeff Davidson has been the head of the medical side of things. Great guy, by the way. And I said to him, what do you think's happened? He said, well, off the top of my head with that imaging, probably a blown ACL, MCL, and PCL. Basically, his knee is blown to bits, okay? So it's heartbreaking for Modestas. So Modestas, rest up, my friend, And by the way, fair play to Modestas. He put a post out there. He said, apparently, some people are coming at Khalil for using that technique and all the rest of it. And Modestas said, no. He threw a legal technique. It's up to me to defend that technique. I didn't defend it, so therefore, well done to Khalil. I mean, come on. How can you not root for that guy? What a class act. After have his knee blown to bits. And let's be honest, I don't think he's going to fight for at least a year. There's going to have to do a lot of surgery in there. And just an ACL repair alone, you're talking about a year. Of course, they'll do them all concurrently. They'll probably do them consecutively, and they'll all repair together. But he's got a long road back to the octagon, so rest up, my friend. And congrats to Khalil Rountree Jr. But the point of this video was that a lot of people are saying that now should be banned. That is too much of a savage or vicious technique, and there's no place for that in mixed martial arts. And if that's how you feel, then you are out of your goddamn mind, right? Because it's a tough sport. At the top of this video, I said our objective is to knock our opponent out unconscious, to inflict so much pain and damage on them that they tap before the entire world for a fight that they've trained for. They've sacrificed their life to get there, and you make them quit. This is not an easy sport. Imagine you take someone's face and you grab them by the ear and they're almost knocked out, and you ram your knee right into their face, break their nose. We've seen disgusting nose breaks. People get knocked unconscious. They have their jaws broken. They have arms snapped. And of course, sometimes you see a side kick to the knee that blows the knee out. You can't start banning everything. What are we going to do next? Ban punches because they're too hard, because they're too vicious? Ban elbows? I mean, okay, fair enough. The 12 to 6 elbow, that is banned right now, but that's a stupid ruling going back to some video that the commission saw years ago where apparently, this is from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said somebody in the commission saw somebody breaking sheets of ice with an elbow and was like, whoa, we can't have that. Which is ridiculous because any kind of kick or whatever, you could break many sheets of ice. You can get way more force into many other techniques, but whatever. Let's not go down that route. But listen, if we look at it this year, you know, people's legs getting broken, it's been kind of a common theme. Of course, you go back a few years, Anderson Silva broke his leg against Chris Weidman. This year, Chris Weidman broke his leg against Uriah Hall. This year, Conor McGregor broke his leg against Dustin Poirier. Also, on the same night Chris Weidman broke his, we saw the calf kicks. The calf kicks, when it hits the peroneal nerve, you kick the peroneal nerve. That's kind of like the funny bone in your elbow, where you got the same thing in your leg. When you kick that, it sends a message from your brain, and you don't feel your leg. And you're temporarily paralyzed. We saw it with Sean O'Malley and Chito Vera. Sean O'Malley rolled his ankle because of the kick. It was a fair kick, and he went down and he lost the fight. Chris Weidman broke his leg. Who was it who snapped there? Anthony Smith disabled Jimmy Crute with the same move. It's a vicious sport. I mean, look at Jacare. He got his arm broke as well. That's just what we signed up for. And the people that compete in this sport, nobody within MMA is calling for those to be banned, and we're the ones that are taking them. We're the ones that are putting our life on the line every time we step in there. So why are you so concerned? Of course, you could argue, oh, well, fighters are stupid, fighters are dumb. No, well, we're the ones taking the risk. It's a legal blow. A head kick can knock people out. A spinning wheel kick can knock somebody out. A knee to the face can smash someone's nose to absolute pieces. And a side kick to the knee, when it's delivered, absolutely perfect, with the perfect timing, which Khalil did, can blow someone's knee out. And that's the name of the game. Anyway, there you go. Well done, Khalil Roundtree Jr. And ladies and gentlemen, as usual, thank you for watching. Cheers. How we doing, everybody? Now, the time has come. Michael Bisping's YouTube channel. Yes, I just spoke about myself in the third person. The Michael Bisping YouTube channel, your favorite YouTube channel, is now offering memberships. Now listen, I'll still be doing the same things that I've been doing every single day for the last 6 months, providing daily content. But with a member, you can now enjoy exclusive content, and you can also enjoy exclusive live chats. And I just want to point out that the memberships, that is just for extras if you want to join. Now there's 3 different levels of memberships, and each with its different perks. First of all, there's the contender level. That will give you exclusive Bisping badges next to your name in the comment sections and live chats. Next up, we have champion level. Everything that contender gets, plus exclusive live chats and exclusive videos. And then, of course, we got the Hall of Famer level. Everything that the contenders and the champions get, plus super exclusive Hall of Fame only live streams, a commercial free experience, and personal shout outs in videos. Listen, we've got some massive plans for this channel, and we would love your support. So please click the membership tab or click the link in the comment section down below.